Here we're taking a quick look at the Stage Designer UI. This is still a work in progress and not all the options are hooked up, but this will give you an overview of how it works. The Stage Designer essentially lets you create a custom rocket stage. There will be some limitations to what you can do here. The idea is that you can make a custom propulsive stage, which is a standard stage with tank and engine, as well as some additional options such as guidance and control and RCS. Now, the Stage Designer will let you either use existing parts, such as an engine or tank that already exists in the database. You can also create a custom tank design. So we'll go through this real quick. It's basically broken into two sections. The first section here is your options, and the second section is giving you a readout of what this final stage properties will be. Generally, you're going to start from the top and work your way from top to bottom. So we'll go ahead and select an engine for our stage. In this case, we're going to build something somewhat analogous to the Vanguard first stage. So we're going to go ahead and choose an X405 engine. You'll see here the information on the engine. This is the standard components browser, which we've seen before. So we'll select the X405, which will add that to our stage, as you can see here. And you can see now we've got some initial information based on this preliminary stage. By default, we're in custom tank design, so what the information you see here is based on a stage with an X405 engine with a 1 meter diameter and 10 meters height. By default, it's using a split bulkhead style. This is what early technology will use. Common bulkhead will have to be unlocked by technology improvements, although currently this is not functional. By default, the properties you see right now are using a split bulkhead design. You also have the ability to change this here, obviously. So we're going to go ahead and make this again something analogous to the Vanguard first stage, which is a 1.14 meter diameter. And you'll see as we do that and press enter, this is now updating. And so again, 12.2 meters high. Again, updating. Now, these values that you'll see here are not exactly the same as the Vanguard first stage. Part of this is due to real life hardware not exactly meeting or fitting into calculations. Part of this also is the Vanguard first stage was 12.2 meters in height, but that also included the engine. And what we're computing here actually is just the tank by itself. So a 12.2 meter long tank is actually going to give us a lot more volume for propellant than Vanguard first stage. If I reduce to something around 8 meters long, the values would be a bit closer to Vanguard's first stage. And we can also make this insulated if we want to. Doing so will increase our mass. Or we can also make balloon tanks, which will decrease our mass, and those will have certain consequences as well in gameplay purposes. In addition to that, we have the ability to add RCS to the system, to the tank. Ullage RCS will add RCS to the bottom of the stage for ullage purposes. These will give you translational control, and maneuvering RCS will add RCS to the top of the stage, used for rotational control. Additionally, you can include guidance in the stage. If you do include guidance, you want to indicate how much mass you can control with that guidance, and that'll be enough to cover for the whole entire rocket if you only have one stage with guidance, or you might have guidance split into multiple stages. It's the gameplay ramifications here, which we'll deal with further down the road. But as you can see here, this is the basic idea of the Stage Designer. You can change to a different engine should you want to, all available here. Once you've designed a custom tank, you can save that tank as a pre-made tank, and then you can select it in the future. That functionality is not currently implemented. Once again, this has been a quick look at the Stage Designer UI. Thanks for taking a look.